I'm still a scumbag, don't get me wrong. I am ready to be your scumbag!
Hey, Red Carpet Rain here. Got another good documentary for you guys today. What we'll talk about is MJF, the greatest AEW World Champion ever lived. MJF's undeniable championship reign documentary. So we will talk about MJF, which means for Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF, who is our current AEW World Champion. Now I'll explain when he won the belt and his rivalries since he won the belt, the rivalries that he's had. Now he won his opportunity to get a shot at the AEW World Championship when he returned on Dynamite. He won the Casino ladder match, and he already alerted CM Punk, the then champion at the time, before the whole media scrum 2022 melee, that he was going to challenge him, but it ended up being Jon Moxley became champion at the time when MJF was going to cash in and become AEW World Champion. So he challenged Jon Moxley at the Full Gear event, which was 2022 last year, and MJF won. He became the AEW World Champion, the first time ever he won a world championship in a major promotion, and the youngest ever to do it at 26 years old. But he did win with a little help from William Regal. So there you go, MJF, AEW World Champion. Now, we would think that MJF, the brand new AEW World Champion, and William Regal will have some type of alliance, since William Regal helped MJF win the title. But however, that was not the case. It ended up being a double cross. And that was because William Regal left AEW to rejoin WWE. Right now, he's not to be shown on television, but he is in a backstage role, very important executive role. But nonetheless, MJF did continue his championship run. His first feud of winning the belt was Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks is the first person that faced off against MJF for the AEW World Championship, which was at a special episode of AEW Dynamite on Wednesday, which was Winter is Coming. And that match was rated a 7.54, the December 14, 2022 edition. Very solid match from both men. It's the way to showcase MJF's talent and how he can hold down a company. The next feud he had was Bryan Danielson. Now this is when Bryan Danielson, he's been with AEW since 2021, but he's been having a lot of injuries, he did, challenge MJF, and he's also a member of the BCC, Blackpool Combat Club. Challenged for a match at AEW Revolution, 60-minute Iron Man match for the AEW World Championship. And this is by far one of the best matches I've seen all year. It's definitely up there. These guys put on a classic. Definitely put on a classic. MJF, the spot I like this is when he hit Bryan Danielson with the oxygen tank to retain his title, because it was getting to that point. MJF was creative. He found good spots. Bryan Danielson had him beat. We almost thought Bryan Danielson was going to win the AEW World title, but he didn't. And this match was rated a 9.61. This is, like I said, a classic. It was definitely main event caliber from both of these men. MJF, he's truly, one of the goats in there, no doubt about it. Now, the next feud he had was the four-way, which is versus Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jungle Boy. And this was at the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Initially, we thought maybe a tag between MJF and Sammy versus Darby and Jack. And she tried to do a partnership with Sammy Guevara. It didn't work out. We know they was going to turn on each other, or one was going to turn on the other, and becoming a four-way, great, excellent match. One of the best four-way matches I've seen. These guys played very well off each other, and it was MJF to end up pinning Darby Allin to retain his championship. This match was rated at 8.91, so it was definitely stellar. Like I said, it showcase of four men. They call it the Four Pillars match. Definitely good match. So I can't argue that enough that it was definitely a good match. So we never saw a match from any of these four men. None of these three men challenged MJF for the title again. So that was the end of that feud. But the feud we did get to see is Adam Cole, who returned from an injury. They had a match at Dynamite. It was an AEW World Championship Eliminator match. Another good match by MJF as champion, and Adam Cole, great work by him as well. This was rated a 8.58, and it showed a great rivalry between these guys. Adam Cole was close; he had the pin in, but it ended up being the time expired, and Adam Cole, as you see here, is shocked. He thought he had MJF beat; he was going to win. And they end up having a rematch later on down the line, which I'll explain too. But before then, it was a tag team blind eliminator tournament, which is Adam Cole and MJF being tag team partners. They even got so far to the quarterfinal, and they ended up winning the whole thing. But the reward to win the blind eliminator tag team tournament was to face the tag team champions FTR in the championship match for the belts at Collision. And that's what happened. It was those two. During this whole feud with Adam Cole and tagging with Adam Cole, we saw him from being known as the level of the devil, and he started to become slowly but a fan favorite.
I'm still a scumbag, don't get me wrong. I am ready to be your scumbag.
However, they did not win the match. They lost. And you see here, MJF was going to attack Adam Cole. Adam Cole said, go ahead. But MJF changed his mind, and they hugged it out, despite losing the tag team championship match. So, this was very good to see that different side of MJF. As we know, he's used to being the devil, level of the devil. But they did get an opportunity at the ROH Tag Team Championships against the Aussie Open at the 0-hour event of All In, AEW All In. And they did win, making them both ROH Tag Team Champions and MJF a double champion, holding both the ROH World Tag Team Champion and the AEW World Championship. But nonetheless, even though they won that match, later on that night, we still had a main event of AEW World Championship on the line, MJF champion versus Adam Cole. Again, great match by both these men. They definitely did their thing. It was a rated 8.61. So it was a little bit better than the original match of Dynamite, which was an 8.58. So these guys really brought it to each other. They even had pretty much there was no winner at one point. They restarted the match when it was a draw. And MJF said, we ain't doing that. He said he'll give Adam Cole 5 more minutes. But we thought due to outside interference from Roger Strong, he does not like MJF and it's Adam Cole's friend. He's thinking Adam's going to tackle with the belt. but he didn't. Similar to when we thought MJF was going to attack Adam Cole. He did not. But Adam Cole did not win the championship. MJF retains. And they put on a great show from the Wembley Stadium in London. So this was good to see the different side of MJF. Now, next feud after this, because this was over with, and also Adam Cole's out with a ankle injury currently. I don't know how much longer MJF can hold up the tag team championship belt. He did retain that All Out after All In, but he's doing the best he can to hold down both championships. He say he'll do what he can to make sure he keep the championships while Adam is out. But his next feud after that would be Jay White. Jay White came out on a recent episode of Dynamite to challenge MJF for the World Championship. Jay White, Juice Robinson, Bullet Club Gold members, also the Guns, they attacked MJF, even took his world title, snatched that from him. So, like I said, it's crazy to see MJF. He's definitely predicted that he will be good now. He will hold down the company, but he will challenge Jay White he will defend his title against Jay White for the AEW World Championship at Full Gear. Pretty much coming on a year that MJF has been world champion since last year when he faced off against Jon Moxley for the belt. So he's going to Full Gear again a year later. And MJF pretty much predicted that he would be the guy to hold down AEW as champion. He cut it in his presidential debate promo back in 2020.
I am AEW. I bleed black, white, and gold. I'm the guy who's going to be leading this company for the next 25 years.
So also, MJF's doing so well as champion right now. He knows it. He's getting praise from the Undertaker. And if you got Undertaker, one of the ghosts of all time, praise you as world champion, it means you're doing something right. Undertaker said here that he named MJF as a dream opponent from the current crop of wrestlers. Now, he did downplay AEW, saying he's not a fan of AEW programming, whether it's on TV or not on TV. He's not a fan of product, which is pretty much a marketing tool Undertaker's trying to do. He's using that tactic to try to get MJF to come over. MJF contract is up in January 2024. Remains to be seen if he's going to stay with AEW, especially if he's champion, or head over to WWE. And MJF replied, "Not many higher honors than being praised by Undertaker. Thanks, dead man." And MJF, he has so much confidence as champion. He has the style. He has everything. I mean, he knows it. He even says it at the media scrum, how much confidence he has. He knows he's that guy.
AEW is now destination television once again. The ship has been steered properly once again. This belt is now the most important belt in this entire sport. And it's thanks to 3 letters. And it damn sure ain't AEW. I know for a motherfucking fact it ain't MOX. It's MJF.
MJF, the level of the devil, the AEW World Champion, quite arguably could be the greatest AEW World Champion ever. He's held this belt since November 19th, and he is the youngest at 26 to hold the championship. There's nothing that MJF is not doing right. He's hitting on all cylinders being in this championship run. Quite honestly, I don't even want it to end because he's doing so well with the belt. MJF is in his class by himself. I mean, you can look at his entrance too when he comes out. You can tell he's that guy. So MJF AEW World Champion, we don't know how much longer. Hopefully it can be long as it can be. And that's all I have regarding this subject of is MJF the greatest AEW World Champion ever lived? MJF's undeniable championship reign documentary. Soon 2 videos will pop up. One will be what caused Edge to leave WWE. Next one will be Randy Orton's start with SmackDown and Raw. Until then, it is OUT.